Welcome to the Spradlin tutorial. Long awaited. Thanks to Kai for requesting this. I actually held off on making this because I was working on a variation of this move, but that has actually kind of turned into its own move. So stay tuned. Maybe that'll come out someday. Maybe it won't. We'll see. So this was made in 2020. This was amongst the first batch of moves that I started making once I kind of was trying to actually teach myself how to make moves. This was in that first batch, along with like Sequester, Griffo Mode, X2, this type of first batch of fluidity type moves. This was here. This was okay. I'll tell you the whole lore of like that 2020 someday because so much happened in 2020. I packed like 6 years into 6 months. Um, but after the 3 packet experiment, that was like May. This started kind of end of June, probably early July, if I had to guess, and it took me a while to kind of figure out how to make all the structures I wanted and do it with the flow I wanted, all that. Anyways, but this is kind of coming out of this kind of very hyper niche style that isn't really being done anymore. It's kind of it's a point in history, you know? There was stuff that came before that influenced this, and then this kind of pushed stuff forward, and now we have a whole other thing that is way better than what we had before. But this is trying to come out of like this very specific kind of structural type of move that was being made in 2020. And if you weren't chronically addicted to scrolling through Cardistry Instagram in 2020, then you might not fully understand. But it was kind of this thing like Patrick kind of was doing it a little bit. You know, he had this move like I can't stop perching was like the caption or something, and that was a specific thing that prompted me to like make a perching type of move. But there's this kind of there's like Christian James, Kyle Law, even Griff, like that pre-industry standard pre like that BCA video like Griff type of vibes where it's just very structured, but it's coming out of these cool packet mechanics. And there's like kind of displays, kind of not display. It's like it was a moment that you kind of had to be there for, and I'm not the historian on. If there was to be a historian on this, it would probably be me, but my memory isn't quite good enough for it. Sorry. So I don't know. I enjoyed doing it, and I just made the move, and we did it. And this, I tried filming this move so many times for the Instagram take, and thankfully, I I was patient and did not rush into posting it because this was one of my more popular posts, and this opened up many doors for me later down the road. So be patient, kids, but also don't just get your stuff out there. Sometimes you got to know when to be patient and when not to. You know, listen to your heart. Okay, so let's do a tutorial. Sorry, I can't do over the shoulder. I literally don't have the means to do that right now. So we're doing face to face. Okay, so you're gonna see me do this opener so many times during this period. This is like the Griff opener. You can see, like this was the Griff opener, right? You guys remember that when I did the Camaro tutorial? So what you do is Sybil, and you get this here. Kind of rotate that there, and you push that down. With the other hand, you take with your thumb. You take that top packet. And like that, you kind of rotate it over and you drop it. Now you got your fingers here, right? So with your left thumb and your pinkies down there, you grab this. And what you're going to do is you're going to like lift it out here. This is very right angle-y right now, you're going to notice. So make sure to have like some type of right angle. Now, this is where we are at. Got the middle finger here. With your index finger here, you're going to push up until it contacts there. And you're going to want, make a note of this, you're going to want there to be overhang on your side because you're going to have to do something with that later, okay? So you're going to go here, you push up. You want there to be overhang on your side. Now this left thumb packet is going to come up underneath, and your index finger is going to take a packet and push it towards the inside of this little box we got, and you're going to then remove that packet with your thumb. During this time, you want to transfer this index to the middle. Let's start over. This is getting a little messy. And if this base packet is, you want the base packet to be a little bit bigger because you split it into two. You're here, you put it in, boom. And look at that. Middle finger and your ring finger can be there to help as well. Now, with this out of the way, you want to take that index finger, push down on the overhang, and it will flip underneath, and you have your whole finger there. Now you want it to be on this side of the card, on the inside. That way, you can eventually let go, and it'll do a flip all the way there till it's face down. Now, your ring finger is going to come here and push that over to combine. Clever, huh? Now, you're going to get your index finger here, and you're going to get your index finger here. And you're going to completely steal that. And with your right finger, you're going to push that packet there till it clears over on your left hand. Now, this part doesn't really make sense, but you're just going to have to trust the vision here, because this is where the structural part comes in display. I knew exactly the display I wanted, and I just had to figure out how to get there. Look, that's just the game we play sometimes. So that's there. Now, you're going to actually grab this packet that's in your right hand with your thumb and index finger of your left hand completely, like that. And at the same time, you're going to grip this packet like this, and kind of Fairfax grip, but the normal way. I don't know, like that, with your index and pinky. Now, you are going to, with this, you're going to go like that and extend. And you're going to extend with your pinky and index. And this Joker packet here is going to rest on your hand a little bit, but your thumb is still there. But you're going to rest on the hand. It makes it a bit easier, because what you're going to do is, as that extends, you're going to kind of let up that pressure with the thumb cut, and it's going to fall over and combine. Clever, huh? So that's extended. Now you're going to grab that whole 9 of clubs packet here that you're seeing with your thumb and index into your left hand. You're going to curl this in like that. How did I do that? Well, I kind of just like pushed here, it rotated around, and curl in, and you kind of get it like that. And then you are going to grab that in scissor cut. That comes there, the scissor cut closes. Boom, boom. Move's done. Oh my god. I can't believe I even remember how to do this. We'll do this in slow motion, kind of slow motion. Sybil. You grip it, you push it, you take the whole thing, you slide up, go in, steal this, flip that. And you know that's going to happen sometimes. It's all right. It's going to be okay. Flip that. Kind of spin that a little bit. Steal that. Steal that. Extend that. Drop that. Take that. Take that. Flip that. Boom. And you can see, actually, when I was describing it earlier, I kind of messed up the order of it a little bit. You actually want to, before you flip this, you want to flip that, or have it at the same time, you know what I mean? And then deck flip. You got to do a deck flip at the end for good measure. Oh my god. Okay, there was literally like a hurricane through here a couple days ago where I am at, and there's still kind of some rain going on. So if there's some noise in the back, sorry about that. And I just looked out and it was raining, so I was surprised. That's what that was. So shout out to that. Shout out to that. Was Greg part of that movement earlier that I was talking about? The whole time I was explaining that, I was trying to think of a better way of explaining that. There's probably better historians here watching the video, so comment who I'm thinking of in the posts that I'm thinking of. It's the type of thing that you kind of had to be there for, because it kind of evolved into like the stuff that video that like Trin and Sky did. The stuff that I'm talking about kind of turned into that, and like Cocoa and like shit like that. But it didn't used to be like that. And then it's turned into its whole thing. So shout out to cards. I just started TikTok. I'm not gonna plug that actually. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. I don't want you guys to watch it. Unsubscribe from me on TikTok. Unsubscribe. Has anyone plug their thing saying unsubscribe from that? Like, because genuinely unsubscribe from that. Like, please, please.